Welcome to the future of healing. Here at the Healership Academy, we are healing, learning, and growing together. It is a space where leaders become healers and healers become leaders. Lean in close because the journey begins now.
Welcome to the Healership Academy. This is where I talk about all things being a heart-centered leader. But one of the things I never talk about is my personal life with dating culture. But I think it's important. You know, as a female entrepreneur, there's certain things that it's a different lifestyle, right? Like I'm not only doing 600 projects at a time in 6 different, like all of a sudden I'm in another interview and then I'm in another thing and I'm working on my board game. I'm play testing it. I've got a meeting with the lawyer. You know, like I'm doing stuff 24/7. And sometimes, you know, I can pick up the phone and be like, hi, yeah. Oh, I'd love to connect. Okay, when are you available? I'll try in 7 days because I'm like really locked in on this project. So if somebody doesn't understand what it's like to date an entrepreneur, I don't want them to walk alongside me. Unless I can articulate it a few times, you know, and just say, okay, this is what I'm doing today, and it's going to pivot, and it's going to shape, and it's going to take form, and it's not personal. It is not personal if I can't connect for a couple hours or a couple days even, right? It is not personal, especially being a neuro-spicy entrepreneur. You know, that's where it's like, hey, yeah, hello? Okay, no, okay, but I gotta go. Because my brain is creative juicing all the time. And I'm like God-centered. So God really shapes and creates my ideas and pathways. And like I'll have a dream about something and be like, oh. And so I wake up. And if I'm 6 a.m. locked in for 3 hours, that's just a reality. So finding me in a routine is more challenging, right? And that would be really hard for a significant other, right? To say, can we have weekly tea? I will carve out space, right? That's meaningful. And, you know, maybe in the evenings, things like this. Or that really brings me to quality of connection. And when we're thinking about dating and we're thinking about, you know, presence and we're thinking about compatibility, it takes so many layers and it takes a lot of time to know, like, where are the edges? Where's the compatibility? Oh, and actually, what are your deal breakers? You have to already know your values. You have to already know who you are and what are your own deal breakers in a relationship. If you don't know that, you could be treading water for a long time and like it's actually not, it's not something that's going to be meaningful for any stretch of time, right? And so, but that quality of time is really important because all of a sudden, you know, you're looking at quality over quantity, right? And so I'm at the point now, and maybe it's an age thing too, but I'll be like, are you bringing that loaf energy, right? Like that loaf of bread energy. I don't want no sliced bread. I definitely don't want no breadcrumbs. And we all have heard those references. But it's in quality of presence and it's in connection. And I'll even take it a step further. Like I'm a deep tantric spiritual woman. And what I have in my life is highest quality in my inner circle. Well, a significant partner is in the innerest inner circle, if you know what I mean. And so if you can't soul gaze with me for 30 minutes without getting either oh, that's weird because of the social conditioning, not willing to look at that paradigm of like, why is that weird, right? And not even consider it. If you can't soul gaze with me and it's too uncomfortable in the nervous system, but you're willing to try, then it's okay. If that growth mindset ability is there, it's fine, right? But if there's no willingness or somebody's impulsive, like, oh, I can't stop touching you, like I could soul gaze for 15 minutes, but now I need to touch your body. Like if that impulsiveness is there, it probably isn't going to work either. You know, like that steady connection point. I feel like that's like bring the loaf energy, a whole loaf of bread. I don't want no little bits of bread and soul gaze for 30 minutes. And if they can do that, they can probably handle walking alongside me. I'm an intense person. I do a lot, right? And I get to the core root of things. That's literally how I'm wired now because I want to get to the core root of things on a societal level. So obviously, if I'm holding that energy, how am I going to show up with a partner? You know, if there's something going on, let's be direct, let's heal it, let's help it, let's grow it, let's do it together. Show me my blind spots, I'll show you yours. In love, in curiosity, in joy, in embrace, in all of it, right? but also only in select amounts of time, because you can't get swept away. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. This is my vibe. And some men really cannot handle that, right? Like, some people in general cannot handle that. Like, they might need a partner that is more there continually all the time. Do they want to get my voicemail, right? Throughout the day a lot. So I do turn towards someone when I'm really caring. I do. But if they can't handle the spice, then they probably don't get any of the bread, you know? That was not supposed to be a God metaphor, but, you know, and that's the other thing too. It's like, I really have been, a lot of women come to me and we talk to me because I spend so much time in women's safety and healthy relationships, healthy power, healthy boundaries, self-love, you know, that's all part of healing and the journey and all of it. And so that's just on my side. It's probably someone would say, a business coach would say I'm energy leaking when I help that many people that just call me up or voice memo me for support. But I also love to. And so what I'll often say to them is, you know, the value that you place in your own heart is for you. Like, it's beaming out. You're not going to settle for less if you are already in that energy, and you're not going to get it from someone else anyway. It's already within you. Like, the play that I feel when I'm with an awesome partner or I'm talking to someone, even in talking stage, the play I feel, the feminine energy I feel, I'm like, ooh, but do I need them to have that, or can I just create that and have that? I can. It's within me. That's why I feel it. Right? And so if you think that you're going to only feel that with another person and it's outside of you, then you're always going to be seeking and needing and all of those things, right? And so realizing like you're a whole, complete person, and then you'll only match with another whole and complete person. But if you're not whole and complete, you know this, and that's okay, then you know you're on a journey. But you might try relationships, but knowing that you might only find someone who's also not whole and complete, and then you think that's what it means to be whole and complete. Well, you want to be whole and complete yourself, because if you're not, then you'll only find those that also aren't most of the time, right? When we think about secure attachment, yeah, you can be the whole and complete person, and then they're just like really patient with you and you're working on yourself. But that takes a lot of trust, commitment, healthy values, communication, safety, and it's the work. We don't learn to ride a bicycle without riding the bicycle, right? And it's the same with relationships. We don't learn how to be whole and complete in ourselves outside of relationships, because they are our mirror. They are so our mirror. They bring up the stuff in us, and then we can heal it and we can cleanse it and we can purify it. We can grow. It's like, thank you for bringing this up, but it's my responsibility to do the work. It's my responsibility to work on myself after that's provoked and comes up for me. It's not your job to give me the answer I want for me to feel better inside. Now I feel better inside, right? We might need reassurance. There's a difference. There might be, hey, we don't have enough communication right now. I haven't actually ever expressed this vulnerability. I'm going to say, this matters to me. And then how they respond is totally information. All it ever is information. Even if someone completely rejects you, even if someone turns away from you, well, that's information. Hey, I really need Loaf energy. Like, I feel the quality of that energy isn't enough. I don't feel like it's where I need to have in a thriving relationship, what I would consider a thriving quality level of relationship. And that's okay. Like, maybe they can only give a little bit. They can only give that slice energy. And it's honestly okay, right? Like, they haven't gone to those depths in themselves in order to meet you where you're able to go. And that's totally fine, right? But also, usually women, for me, like because guys will come to me too, but it's totally a different context, you know? But for women, it's usually validation seeking. It's usually they already have the answer within, and all I have to do is mirror to them that they know and to trust it, because women and people have been shut down from listening to their inner world and to their inner yes and their inner no, you know, and bypassing boundaries and stuff like that. So usually it's just mirroring what people already know. Like, 'cause people do already know. I truly believe that. The clouds might be there and they're like, they haven't felt their sun for a while, but it's there. It's always there. They know. Take some time sometimes, or maybe some, you know, deep work with someone that can just mirror to them that love and that transference and that connection and that validation. But women are usually always seeking validation. And that's good for men to know, because when you reassure or validate, that's all it ever really takes, right? If she's going to you, hey, didn't take the garbage out. It's like if you just say, hey, oh, you know what? Like that was my thing. I said I'd do that. That's probably frustrating when you got a million things going on. I validate that. That's all women need. And they're like, I am heard, I am seen. Their nervous system relaxes and they're like, and then obviously follow through. Like I'm gonna check into myself. Why do I not take it out when I said I would? Am I a person of my word? Do I have integrity? Right? I always watch actions. It's like, it's fine to say one thing, but if you don't have the action, it's not anything, really. And that's in life, right? That's why people are always mad at politicians, right? Because like integrity, people don't have trust if there's no integrity, if there's no action connecting. And I mean, I'm just like spitballing to you all of the key core takeaways that I have ever had about relationships. And I mean, being a Stopping the Violence counselor for women was huge for me in my 20s, sitting with women, and I really wanted to learn about healthy relationships. So I took a long time doing that, a deep dive doing that. And so I'm just kind of giving you this high concentration dose. Take what you want from it. I think it's so valuable because everything in our life is relation. And when we have good, positive, supportive, healthy, quality relations, gosh, we could take on the world, right? It's usually relationships that are leaks in our energy field, right? I see the most incredible, powerful women. I feel so honored that I know amazing women doing amazing things, gifted, talented powerhouses. And their energy leaks will only ever be usually unhealthy relations or usually not totally valuing themselves. So then the neglectful partners that are in their life, the ones that aren't fully seeing them, the ones that aren't fully holding the fire, they're not being the fire pit for that fire. And they feel it. And so if men really knew how important they are, or if healthy partners of any gender really knew how important they are to be a supportive base, to be an encouraging base, to be like, yeah, go cheer you on. Like you can help a person move mountains just because you're present, just because you're bringing that Loaf energy. It's incredible. And that's also the power that we can give to our partners. It goes both ways, right? Like, you are awesome. I'm here. I'll be here for you. Like, you go get it. Like, I believe in you. Or like, you suck, you fall down, you failed. That's part of life too. We cannot have success without failure. It's both. Both is amazing. And it's like, fuck, that sucked. Validate them. Validate them. That's all it takes, right? That was hard. That's challenging. I know you got what it takes. Do what you need to do. You know, that's all we ever need. That's all a youth ever needs when they're going through that hard time. Like, I know you'll get it figured out because now you're that stable base. You're just there. You're like, okay, I got this. Well, life is hard as an entrepreneur. I'll tell you that right now. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it because who wants a boss, right? Anyways, I don't know if this lands well for anyone or if there's any other, like, what about this? You know, tantric sex, like that's a whole other topic, a whole other time. I don't know if I'm going to go into that. But I do feel that when we strip away all the complexities of what we think life is, you know, when we look at the anthropological point of view and perspective, we add on layers of meaning to life. We've added on things like, oh, spend your time doing this and that. Our ancestors spent their time with subsistence, with getting food, water, shelter, like, you know, knowledge seeking, storytelling, like all of those things. But they didn't add on all the things like we do. So if you stripped it away, what would it come back to, right? Human-centered values. Healthy relations are not harmful. We wouldn't stay in something where someone is ridiculing you, subtle comments like, or passive-aggressive comments. This is friendships too. This is working relationships too. You know, we can have frustrations, we can voice our needs, but we cannot harm people. And there's a whole lot of harm that's normalized. Just look online, right? When someone doesn't agree with someone else. So when we strip it away and that human kindness piece, like it's literally in the core fabric of all things in society. It's like if we come back to that kindness, relationships, where we can turn towards one another, we can get a lot more done. And we can create a lot more fuel for the change that we need to see to get, you know, the environment to where it can be, to have thriving ecosystems again, right? Social ecosystems need to be thriving as well. And it's all interconnected because we're not separate from nature. So if we're harming ourselves or we're harming others, we're harming the environment. It's all the same relational skill set. So that's my little message memo to the world. Date an entrepreneur if you dare. Okay, ciao for now.